Oscar guy here. Hey, look man, I know I mentioned a while back that I'd be discontinuing these videos, but figured I'd make one just in the event where I have a bit of catch up to do near the end of Oscar season. Well, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the latest review roundup for March 2024, aka basically mostly everything I've seen since my Poor Things Quickie review. I'll do my best. Let's jump in, y'all. The Killer. This was fine. A serviceable in-and-out thriller from David Fincher that had its moments, but for whatever reason ended up being a bit forgettable aside from some nice editing choices, and an always great turn from Michael Fassbender. Lost track of how many names this guy had, dude. Society of the Snow. A grandiose, immersive, and at times achingly brutal retelling of the truly insane feat of human survival. Society of the Snow does its job exceedingly well, and Michael Giacchino has completed his latest side quest, my friends. American Fiction. American Fiction is all parts romp, familial drama, and biting satire of the upsetting and comically portrayed exploitation of black writers and artists in America. That for me fell a bit short in some tonal and directorial aspects, but nevertheless did an above-average job pulling off what it wanted to say. The ensemble here is terrific, particularly Jeffrey Wright and Sterling K. Brown. You can feel what Monk feels with simply a look. Also, that Miles Davis needle drop at the end certainly struck a chord for me too. Nimona. This was also fine. Some very impressive and stylized animation and solid voiceover work from Riz Ahmed and Chloe Grace Moretz. Didn't quite outweigh the rest of the film, even though some of its heavier themes may leave an impression on some. The Zone of Interest. Holy shit. This is one of the most unique films I have ever seen. Jonathan Glazer is operating on another plane altogether, folks. Never has a film made me cringe for humanity and borderline sick to my stomach. Although not only is this a profound, urgent, and necessary watch, it will allow you to introspect, as I am now after a month after seeing this, in what are the true and frightening capabilities of evil. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Look, while an undoubtedly touching retelling of Diana Nyad's superhuman swim embellished or not, Nyad is very, very on the nose, conventional, and feels trapped in its own true potential, as the performances and some directorial choices are indeed, dare I say, above average. I don't know, kind of serviceable, not great, but it's fine. It's fine. Rustin. I like this one a little bit better than Nyad. I like this one a little bit better. Colman Domingo is simply commanding in Rustin. Definitely got his deserved Oscar nomination. Sorry, Leo. Leo! He pretty much carries this film, along with a solid Jeffrey Wright cameo, as the film as a whole suffers from its typical biopic tropes and sensibilities, but nevertheless is an overdue civil rights vignette that needed to be told. What happens in the teacher's lounge stays in the teacher's lounge, or does it? A nerve-wracking school-based accusatory drama, The Teacher's Lounge is a gripping tale of school politics and empathy that keeps you guessing. Some great performances and storytelling that brought me right back to seeing the behind-the-scenes when my dad was an assistant principal when I was around Oscar's age, although I never did solve Rubik's Cube. All of Us Strangers, a beautifully cathartic film. All of Us Strangers is a deeply introspective and surreal exploration of grief and coming to terms with one's queer identity, something I have not experienced myself, but understand and empathize with it much more after seeing this. The small cast, especially Andrew Scott, are phenomenal here, and the movie contains one of my absolute favorite shots/scene transitions of the year. El Conde. This was better than I expected. El Conde went from, of course this is nominated for cinematography, to, oh wow, this might be one of the most unique films of the year? Not dissimilar to Bardo last year, there is some self-indulgence here and there, and there are some sequences that do drag a bit, but its vision and sheer originality mostly outweighed it in my eyes. And yeah, it is pretty dang gorgeous. Also might contain one of my favorite sleeper hit performances of the year. Can you guess who? Io Capitano. As captivating as the story is, and as important it is to bring awareness to the harsh nature and realities of immigration, it definitely deserved a better film. Io Capitano means well, but ended up being frustratingly by the numbers and on the nose, purely a point A to point B film and nothing more. That's just my opinion. In the hands of a better vision and script and maybe director, it has the potential to be something special, but it ain't. I could see why Academy voters would be into this. Not quite for me, sadly. I'll tell you what's for me, though. Perfect Days was for me. Folks, mark my words, I strive to live a life like this man. Perfect Days beautifully portrays the day in the exceedingly simple life and dreams of a quiet, humble, and meek toilet cleaner in Tokyo. Quite literally, might I add. He finds the joys in small things, although escaping the troubles are sometimes easier said than done. This is one of the best slow burns I've seen probably since Drive My Car. Next time is next time, now is now. Also, this snuck into my top 10. Please ignore my top 10 short. And finally, Robot Dreams. Man, am I glad this landed that surprise Oscar nomination. Robot Dreams is just so clever and engaging and wholesome, and I really didn't expect that emotional wow this ended up delivering. Man, come on. Just a light little animated romp to balance out this category this year. Sorry you're losing to Spider-Verse. Well, that just about does it, folks. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all on the big night, and Oscar Guy is out.